I guess I can call this the third strike. The first strike was that Rolling Stone cover. The second strike was the Time magazine cover for the month of June. This right here is the third strike. This, what you're looking at, is the cover for the Time magazine July 2020 issue. And it was created by the same person who did the Time magazine cover for the month of June. And when I saw this image right here, or someone tagged me in it, they said, look at the comments. So I looked at the picture and then I looked at the comments. Black women were flooded throughout that comment section, and they were, to say pissed off would be a severe understatement. They were irate with what they saw in this imagery. So let's look at this image right here. You see, it's clearly a black woman right here. She has flowers around her. She has the stars. I guess that's supposed to be representative of the stars on the flag. And you can see it's like a gradient type of thing that is supposed to be the flag. And it has some, it looks like, is that mountains in the background or waves or something in the background? But the imagery that really had people, I think, really irate was the imagery in her hair. It looks like it's a lot of warfare going on in her hair. And I noticed in a sign, it says, "I am a man." I believe that's what, excuse me, if you look at the sign right here, that's what it says. And they were pissed off about this. Like, if y'all was on Twitter, y'all could see them going in. Like, they're talking about boycotting Time magazine, talking about changing the imagery and everything like that. And basically what black women, at least the ones in the comment section, are starting to hopefully come to realize is that their femininity is literally hanging by a thread. And what I mean by that is when I was reading through some of the comments, is they were saying, we're not race warriors. We're notice our femininity and everything like that. I'm going to echo something that I said myself in a video talking about the Rolling Stone cover. When they hear you talk about you're the backbone of the community, you're on the front lines, you're strong and independent, they internalize all of that, and this is what ends up becoming the creation. I'm not even going to lie. This is a very off-putting image right here, just like the other two were. Because yet again, it still leaves out black men. Yet again, it leaves out black men yet again. I even saw one person leave a comment, and this right here, the comment that I'm giving you, and I'm paraphrasing, this comment literally stuck with me. This woman said, why don't they put a black man on the cover? Because this is their fight, not ours. She sounds like one of those divestors. What she should have said was, why couldn't there also been a black man on the cover? This is our fight. But see, a lot of women, a lot of black women, not all, still have this real separatist mentality where they think that if they divest, that is going to somehow be easier for them, when all it's doing is leaving them open. And it's crazy because when you think of them divestors talking about leave black men alone and all types of stuff, let them fight their own battles, then they'll be the first one saying they need protection. And they don't look for the protection from another group of men. They look for it from the men they supposed to be divested from. So it's like it's like some kind of psychological discharge going on right there. It's real confusing to me. But it's like they were upset and they were mad at this cover. They said, why couldn't you use the more feminine looking black woman if that's what you was going to put on your cover? Now, like I said, remember, the same person who created this cover created the Time magazine cover. And then I had found the person's page, and they do all kinds of paintings. And to the black men out there, don't even try to laugh at this, because I saw some paintings that he did of black men and he made them look feminized. I even saw a painting that he did that had Nipsey Hussle in it with flowers in his head. Now, Nipsey Hussle would not have been walking around with no flowers in his head. So it's almost like the person who created this feminized or emasculated black men in his painting, and then made the black women, particularly the dark-skinned ones, appear masculine. And what's so crazy is that as much as we would hate that, that's how society has been painting us for so long. Look at how some of us are portrayed in the media and who they decide to push to the forefront. Look at BLM. They literally came out and said from the get-go who they were advocating for. In emasculated black man and a masculinized woman, black woman. They can be interchangeable, but you get my drift. But yeah, I can see why they would be upset. But like I said before, the people who create this stuff hear what you're saying. That's why I said you got to be careful. Like, that's why I said one of the worst things that black women could have done was get attached to feminism. And I will always stand firmly by that. Because for some reason, when black women attach themselves to a movement that they had no reason to be a part of, something got lost in translation somewhere up in there. Something got removed. A lot got removed, but something got removed. And then, like I said, with how they are portrayed in the media, with how black women are portrayed in the media as being loud, boisterous, sometimes wanting to, get into physical altercations and everything like that, that doesn't help either. Because I was reading the comments and they were saying, I don't want to be the face of warfare and everything like that. I hate to tell y'all this. You may not want to be the face of warfare, but I hope you do realize you are in the middle of a war. I've always even said that black women need to go to the range, shoot the gun a few times, shoot at a target, because you never know what may happen. When we say strap up, they're not just talking about the men, they're talking about the women as well. You better know your place in this society, because you never know when you're going to have to pick up something and fight back. So that's something Vicky Diller always says in her live streams. Is she always says we are at war. She says it in every live stream that she does. And it's true. We really are at war. We're actually fighting multiple wars at once. We're fighting a physical one, a mental one, and a spiritual one. Those are the three that come to mind. It might be some more. But yeah, I can understand, like I said, it's very off-putting, with this image, and I can see why they're upset. But at the same time, like I've said in that other video, when y'all kept saying strong and independent, you don't need a man to do nothing for you. They heard that and internalized it. And it got portrayed in the media. And many of you didn't even call it out then because it was giving you some kind of attention. But now that you see it like this, now you've had your aha moment. And it's scaring you. Because I was reading through some of the comments and some people said that they didn't like the other covers, either like the Rolling Stone one or the Time magazine for this month. Shoot, they 3 for 3. I wonder what they're going to do for August. As far as time goes, I'm curious to see what they're going to do. But like I said, this is insulting on two fronts. One, because of the imagery itself. And two, they still, again, negated to put a black man there. That's the third time they have done it. And it's crazy because a lot of this stuff is popping off because of a lot of black male bodies just piling up. And even then, we still don't even get put out there on publications, but I don't expect it to happen either because Rolling Stone and Time magazine are white-owned publications. Yes, we know that there was a black creator for the Time magazine cover, but it had to get approved by the editor, who happens to be white. It makes you wonder if this was the original idea that this artist, who is a black man, I think he's foreign, no? If this was the original idea that he came up with, or if he had other ones that he wanted to do, but they didn't let him do it, and this is what they wanted to put out there. Because remember, to the black women out there, this is actually nothing more than just pandering yet again. Like, they pander to y'all with everything, especially when it comes to politics, with Democrats and all types of stuff like that. This is pandering gone overboard. See, they have you right where they want you. Unfortunately, many of you fell for it hook, line, and sinker and are still falling for it. All black women represent most of the Democratic Party. All black women are strong and independent. All black women are, this, that, and the third. So, with that being said, this is how this is how they choose to reward you. And it doesn't seem very rewarding. It's insulting.